back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make some delicious pumpkin turnovers with an amazing cream cheese glaze. These are to die for, the perfect fall treat. They're really easy to make, which is a plus, and like I said, they're absolutely delicious, and it is pumpkin season, so we have to take advantage. I do have to admit, I've mentioned this in some previous videos where I've made some pumpkin desserts. I'm actually not a huge fan of pumpkin. There's a few pumpkin desserts that I really enjoy, like this one and like my mini pumpkin cheesecakes. They are absolutely delicious. Even if you're not a huge fan of pumpkin, I can assure you, you will most likely like this ones, because like I said, I'm not a huge pumpkin fan and I enjoy it, so I think you will too. So the ingredients, very simple. We're gonna use some store-bought puff pastry dough. We're gonna need some 100% pumpkin puree. Make sure it's 100% pumpkin puree and not the pumpkin pie puree mix, because that one comes already seasoned. You're going to need some brown sugar, some pumpkin pie spice, and a little bit of salt, an egg with a little bit of milk for the egg wash, and then for the glaze you're going to need some cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, a little bit of milk, and then to top it off, this is completely optional, this is some coarse sugar that I like to sprinkle on top before I pop it in the oven. And then you might need a little bit of flour to roll out the dough. This is optional, you might not need it, but you might, so keep it on hand. And last but not least, you're going to need a little bit of vanilla extract for both the filling and the glaze. First things first, you want to start by preheating your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You also want to get a baking sheet ready, either with some parchment paper or some foil. This comes together very quickly, so the only thing you want to do for the filling is get your pumpkin. You want to add your sugar. Let me mix in the cinnamon and salt. Okay, add it right in with a little bit of vanilla extract. Okay, we're gonna give this a quick mix. Okay, and that is it. Our filling is pretty much done. I'm telling you, this is really simple and very delicious. I'm gonna flour my cutting board here, and we're gonna open this bad boy up. You do want to thaw out the pastry dough according to the package instructions. You just want to leave it out at room temperature for about an hour, or you can do it in the fridge for about 2 hours, and it should be good to go. I'm gonna sprinkle a tiny bit more flour to mine so nothing sticks. I'm gonna flour my rolling pin here, so I'm gonna roll this out just a little bit so I can cut it into 6 even pieces. Okay, so you want something that looks kind of like this. As you can see, it's a lot bigger. I'm gonna use a pizza cutter to make my edges as even as possible, so we have kind of like a square situation. I'm gonna cut right here, another one here, and another this way. So we have 6 pretty equal pieces. All you want to do is fill your pastry with about, I would say, 1 tablespoon of the mixture. Take everything out, so you want, like I said, about a tablespoon of each of the mixture. Now with my egg wash, I'm gonna go all around the pastry. Okay, and then we just want to close it this way to make a triangle. I have a paring knife here, and I'm just gonna make 2 little slits. Okay, and I'm gonna transfer this to my baking sheet. So I'm gonna do the same thing with all of them, and I'll be right back. So now we want to go ahead and brush the top with a little bit more of egg wash. It's fine if the mixture spills a little bit because it is a little runny, but then it's gonna thicken up in the oven, so don't worry. A little bit of coarse sugar right on top. I'm gonna pop these in my oven. Remember, 400 degrees for about 15 minutes or until they puff up and they are golden brown and delicious. I'll show you exactly what they look like. It's been 15 minutes, as you can see. The turnovers are out of the oven. I'm gonna let them rest for a few seconds. Now I'm going to make the glaze. So, like I said, we have room temperature cream cheese and room temperature butter. You wanna mix the cream cheese and the butter. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now I'm going to add the powdered sugar. Give it a good mix. I'm gonna start adding a little bit of milk. Okay, we add our vanilla extract. Ooh, that was a little too much vanilla extract. A little tiny bit more milk. You want this to be runny, but not too runny. Okay, so you want something like this. As you can see, it's runny, but it's still not super runny. I'm gonna grab a pastelito. I call these pastelitos because it's kind of like a pastelito. And so good. I have a little spoon here, and with it, I'm going to drizzle. I'm gonna drizzle the top with a beautiful glaze. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, this is really hot, so I'm gonna cut it in half so I can eat it. So you can see, this is what it looks like. It's nice and puffed up, crispy. I'm salivating. With a slightly sweet pumpkin filling with a delicious, incredibly delicious cream cheese glaze. Is like a match made in food heaven. It's so yummy. It's flaky. Oh, it's also really hot, so I feel like I'm burning my whole mouth. But these are just irresistible. Perfect for breakfast with a delicious cup of coffee. You won't regret it. Trust me when I tell you that. You can find the written recipe on my website, anitasdelightsrecipes.com. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna continue eating this deliciousness, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.